Hi, I'm Yamalite, you're watching Early Game View, and this is my first impressions of Warhammer 40k Eternal Crusade. This game has been out for quite some time. It actually has been released to Steam Early Access in end of January 2016. The reason why I'm doing the video only now is because up until this point this game has actually been barely playable. If I click back here right now, we will see actually the build name and the patch number. So as you can see here, we have a patch 15 with Hotfix 1, and I believe the patch 14 was what actually made the game playable. Prior to this, which was like a week ago I think, the game barely outputted 25-30 FPS at my machine. That was not very nice to play with, even though the game is really cool. And it looked even worse when I tried to record it, so I postponed my video a bit, and now it's running more or less at solid 60 FPS, so I thought, you know, I can finally show it to you. So what is this game about? Well, it's, as I would describe it, a PlanetSide-like game set in a Warhammer universe. As you can see here, the quick play right now is not available. As I said, this game is in early access, so a lot of features are not there yet. If you never played PlanetSide, basically this is an open world shooter. Like PlanetSide was the first person shooter, this is actually a third person shooter. And we have a world map button here now, and you can see that this is actually work in progress. And the idea is that basically the division here is the gold is the Space Marine occupied territory, and the red is the Chaos Marines occupied territory, which in the end would be like one huge map which you can freely traverse, which I find really awesome. I mean, it worked really well in PlanetSide, and I think that will work really well in this setting as well. So the thing here is that, let's go back quickly, there will be 4 races here, not 3 as it was in the PlanetSide. So, but you know, this is like very common to the Warhammer 40k lore. Currently you have Space Marine and Chaos Space Marines, but Orcs and Eldar are coming, according to developer, really soon, as well as the full persistent world map. So the developers have been very active on the forums and have been pumping updates quite a lot. They did fix the performance within like 1 month, I think, which is acceptable, along with adding a lot of features and a lot of cool things here. You do have loadouts for each of your types of units. Basically you can create whatever you like. You have 5 of them and you are free to name and edit them in any way you want. As you can see here, you have 5 classes for Marines, which is Ground Assault, Normal Assault, Attacker, Devastator, and Tactical. All of them have special roles, and I will talk about them during the gameplay. But basically you can pick the type of class and then edit the layout, loadout, and you know, pick the weapons you like, which all of them behave actually differently and have different stats. Pick the secondary weapon, so you can either go with a shield, which I for example prefer, or you can go with a normal bolt pistol, which doesn't really do much damage, and I found the shield to be much more valuable here. Same goes for other loadouts, so each of them have different guns. And let's just edit this one quickly. I want to switch the Stim Bolter for the Stalker Bolter here, because I find this to be way more fun to use. Let's save this real quick. And after that, we can actually jump right into the game. So right now, the game, as I said, is not like the persistent full map. It's just huge battles. Queues are pretty quick. I think position 5 was the largest that I've seen. Right now we're 3, so that means we'll take like 20-30 seconds, okay, even less. So we already found the game. That's pretty awesome. I mean, there's quite an active community here. All right, there we go. We are on Torias Refinery, and before the game you get this sort of a small briefing. The recent patch actually introduced the 64x64 gameplay. Before it was 32x32, so which is pretty awesome. And we are, I think, at the attacking team, so we have to capture the objectives. And here where the roles go into play. For example, the objectives can be only captured by the tactical guys. So we have 2 spawn points, 2 entry points, and 3 objectives, A, B, C. So we're gonna, looks like all the guys are assaulting A, so we're gonna spawn over here and try to assist them. So how does the game actually play? Well, if you've ever played Warhammer 40k Space Marine, this is essentially it, but in a multiplayer. I mean, this is like very reminiscent of Warhammer 40k Space Marine multiplayer as well. You play it from the third person perspective. You can sprint, you can use grenades, shoot, and you know, you have two sets of weapons, as I already showed in the loadout screen. And you can as well use covers, which is very unusual for the multiplayer shooter. Okay, let's try to find our way here, because I played this map a couple of times, but I'm pretty terrible at navigating it. We have our tank here, but I don't know what it is doing. Okay, let's see. Let's try not to get killed. It's extremely easy to get killed in this game, like the same way that, you know, any other online shooter works. There are no like sponginess here or anything. You can get healed, and the first thing that goes down is your shield. So there is some basically survivability if you play in team. If you go alone, you're most probably gonna die in a terrible ways, but you know, that's kind of Warhammer thing. The game has a very elaborate melee system, and we have someone incoming here. Let's try to kill them. So you can aim like this and try to snipe someone. You have to be careful though, because there is friendly fire, and if you kill your own teammates, you will get penalized for this and can even get kicked out of the game if the people won't forgive you. So there's basically right now a command to forgive a teammate who killed you. Let's try to kill that guy. As a tactical, I have a knife which kind of works in melee, but unfortunately it's not very good against like heavy armored guys. And we have a grenade, and I'm gonna blow up. Yep, grenades are very powerful. If you get near one, you're most likely dead, especially with as low health as I had. Okay, so it looks like we captured it, so we can switch and preset to something more interesting. Let's go with our custom assault, actually, with the bolter here, and we can spawn here and try to defend. So assault has as you can see, this is my custom loadout. It has a huge axe, and it has my smart pistol, I believe, and as well a bolter, and I can actually boost with my jetpack and attack from skies, which is absolutely fantastic. Alright, let's try not to allow them to capture our stuff. There we go. Let's murder those guys. Melee is extremely powerful, as I already said, but unfortunately against three guys that does not work very well. Let's try to... Oh, he executed me. The thing with execution is basically if you execute, you get more XP, but it does basically do this execution animation, and it's really easy to kill you during it. So let's... You know what, let's do custom tactical. I think I had a sniper bolter there, so maybe we can snipe them off. It's quite important to switch roles here, because if you just keep sticking to one role, you won't be able to do much on the battlefield. Because, for example, only, as I already said, only tactical loadouts can capture the objectives. And, for example, only heavy loadout can do anything to a tank. Like, normal guns don't do any damage to tank, which I think is awesome. So you either have to have a special grenades, or you need to have... let's try to snipe this guy. Or you need to have the heavy weapon, which is one of the, basically... weapons of the Devastator. Let's try to get our guys back. Come on, come on, come on. Get up. Let's not shoot me in the face. Oh, no, 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 no. And there we go. I am almost dead again. As you can see, you die really quick. That's also due to the part that I'm pretty terrible at this game. And we got rest here, so let's try to kill those guys. Let's try to actually snipe them. There we go. And I'm wounded again. That did not go really well. Is there any place to hide here? We have this guy incoming, and this guy, yep, he just murdered us. Okay, let's try to take a... Oh, okay, it's already down. Let's go with the ground assault, the default one, which is, I find it, you know, it's pretty fun. So melee system is actually not really simple. It's pretty elaborate. So besides of blocking and just hitting everyone with a huge sword, you actually have a way to parry, or I guess it's not parry. I don't remember how they call it, but it's basically throw off the balance. You know, you can do the parry trick, and if they hit you in that moment, you will throw them off the balance, and they will be staggered, which allows you to just basically murder them, which is really awesome, because you have to be really careful on how you use melee. You can just mash the hit button. You as well have normal and charged attacks, so there is plenty of variety here. And this big ass shield that I'm carrying right now can shield me from actually quite a lot of damage. So we can try and go in without dying here. So I can just hold it like this. It's basically used by the left mouse button as my left weapon. So I can just shield myself here and start assaulting them. And yep, I'm just getting murdered here. So let's get close to this guy and then just smack him. Nope, yeah, I actually killed someone. That went pretty well. And my shield is almost down, and and there was too many of them. Okay, let's crawl back. I mean, at least I managed to kill someone. So if if there's someone alive behind this thing, we might be able to respawn. One complaint I actually have about this wounded mode is that there's no indicators about your teammates. So even if you see people around, like these guys, for example, there's no indication if it's an ally or an enemy. Like, you know, in a normal HUD, it actually shows you, okay, those are the red dots, this is our enemies, and this is the green triangles, this is allies. In wounded mode, especially like in the base, when you don't know where to crawl, it can be a bit of a pain in the ass. So that's not the part I like. Okay, let's try to assault them once more and see if I can actually survive and kill more than just one guy with like that. And someone in chat is not happy about people grenading their own allies. Yeah, so as I said, friendly fire is the thing, and you have to be very careful about that, because grenade, as I said, one-shots basically anyone who's close to it. Okay, let's try... They actually... No, they captured the sea area. No, they're not. And there's someone... Basically, each team has a commander. As you can see on the left, our commander is Malice, I believe. Okay. And we have a lot of people... Oh, God, nope. Nope, I'm just gonna go back. Nope. That's a bit too many of them. Yeah, dude, let's do this together, because I don't want to go alone against... How many of them? Let's say 5 there? So that's 64 by 64 is pretty crazy number, actually. Is it even doing damage to me? Oh, what the... Ah, yeah, that's one of the new weapons that I think is the basically like plasma grenade launcher or whatever. And the thing is that I think it's supposed to be anti-vehicle weapon, but it one-shots any infantry. So if you're like even close to that explosion, you're basically dead. And there we go. Yep. And we can kill that guy too. And ow. Okay, well, at least we got 2 guys. That was pretty well, actually. My charge shots just murdered them. Oh, and we have another guy saving me. Perfect. That went really well, actually. Okay, all those guys are dead. I mean, I'm half dead myself, but let's see. Is let's execute him. Why not? I don't see anyone around. Let's hope I won't die from that. And oh my God, no! Of course I died. That's why you have to be careful about executes, because it's really easy to get killed. Okay, let's get another loadout and try to go, for example, as Devastator to show you another weapon. So Devastator is a heavy guy who has this sort of machine gun kind of weapon. I don't remember, was it bolter? No, I think it's not a bolter, it's something else. Okay, and you have these dodges, which in this case are just like jumping left, right, forward, and backward, because he's, you know, super heavy. It uses the stamina bar, which you can see on the right. It does allow you to dodge a bit out of the way of like melee attacks and bullets, but with this kind of heavy guy, it is very hard to dodge out of anywhere. So you're considered to be like a huge tank. I mean, I just have 500 bullets. I don't think I can reload here. Yeah, we can try to assault this point A again. We have some assault guy coming with us with his nice jetpack, so we have some support here. Let's try and get there, and I can see... Okay, I hope we have a tactical with us who can actually capture this thing. Okay, we have some half-dead Chaos Marines here, which is good for us. I think we started capturing. Yeah, we started capturing, and we're actually at a half if you look at the top of the screen. So, at the moment, I think all the modes are actually these capture modes. Whoa, what the hell was that? Okay, how did that happen? That is something that I haven't seen yet. I'm not sure why is that. It looks like, basically, once every patch comes out, the developers seem to break something. Like, sometimes quite a bit. Like, for example, this time, you know, it's just one-shot at me, and I don't even know what it was. Was it like, I think it showed actually at the death screen, but I'm not sure. Was it sniper rifle or something like this? That's a bit infuriating, I would say. Okay, let's see. So what do we have here? Let's try to assault that again. With the jetpack, you also consume the stamina, which basically doubles as jetpack fuel. Let's boost up a bit and try to assault them. So I can see some guys over, and I can see another guy. I'm out of fuel. That's not very good, and I'm stuck on a... Ow, ow. No. F you. Okay, there we go. Let's try to kill this guy. We have We have a guy over there. Okay, that's not working very well. They are just murdering me. Oh my god, how many... That did not go well. I guess I should stop trying to capture this thing myself. It's probably a good idea to do it with a team, and I don't even know where are my teammates. I'm actually on a 9th place. Not that bad. 3 kills and 6 deaths is not very good. Our opponents are doing way better. But I guess you are, you get the idea of how the game works. I think addition of the persistent world would make it way more fun. Again, comparing it to PlanetSide, it probably will be quite awesome. Okay, we have a full-on assault with tanks going on there. Let's get the default, I guess, tactical preset and go and try to help them there. Maybe tactical is not the best one to take here, but looks like we have most of our guys there, actually. Okay, let's follow this guy. Maybe he knows what he's doing. And see how that goes. Yeah, so as I was saying, you probably already figured if this game is something that you would like to play or not. In my opinion, this feels absolutely awesome. The combat is great. The melee system is pretty robust and actually very fun to use, especially once you get a hang of it, because at first I was just murdered by these counters that people did, and I didn't understand what the hell's going on. But once I figured how it works, it's actually pretty easy to counter the counters, or rather not get into them once people aim at you. How do I get up here? Is that an elevator? Does look low. Okay, yeah, so it's relatively easy to not get caught in a counter, and actually you basically have to be careful not spam mash the melee attack button, which is a nice thing, there's a lot of games that just make melee in third person or first person combat like just spamming one button. This game did exactly the opposite, and I think it worked out really well. Yeah, so it's still early access. Yeah, they just started 64 by 64 matches, and there's definitely like a lot of rough edges. FPS is not quite that stable. Sometimes it drops quite a lot, but it's much more stable than before. The graphics, this is Unreal Engine 4, so it works more or less fine, and it looks really well. Really nicely looking graphics, aesthetically pretty solid. Ow, god damn it. Why did I go in front of that guy? That was a terrible idea. There's a guy who's flanking us or something. And there's a grenade. Ah, there's a guy. Let's try to shoot him. Assist. Ah, we killed him actually. Nice. Yeah, so, it is early access, so is all of that expected. I had a couple of crashes, but, beyond a couple of crashes actually after the game, so not during the game. No issues during the game was captured, or I guess, beyond the frame rate drops and stuff like this. Oh god, I have a tank actually on me. That's not good. Let's roll back. And my shields are down, but my HP is more or less the... God damn it. And we got an assault guy on us. Well, I'm dead. And there's someone else there. Are those friendly? Those look friendly. That's why I'm saying that it would be nice to have those indicators here anyway, because I have no idea who of those are friendly. Okay, someone actually rezzed me, which is nice to have. Yeah, so you can grab it on Steam Early Access for $40 or original equivalent, which is actually cheaper than they initially put it there. So at first it was like, what is going on? Who's shooting? Ah, that guy. Okay, where's he? Come on, reload quickly. Where's the guy? And is that one? Can I execute? Yeah, let's execute. Why not? Executing for XP is always nice. And you get this nice gory animation. I believe that once the game exits the early access, it will be $60, which is like full price release, which makes sense for a game of this scale and with this amount of features and races. Oh, by the way, this game will feature PvE environments. So this right now is only PvP, but at some point they will actually add PvE with like horde mode and orcs attacking, and there will be some evil alien race that basically will be in main horde mode villain, and I don't know what the hell just happened. Another thing about this kill screen that I think it sometimes shows you what actually killed you. What the hell just happened? What actually killed you with damage? So this is what downed me, but what actually blown me up? I'm not sure that was the sword actually. That probably wasn't sword at all. But yeah, you get the idea. So, this was Warhammer 40k Eternal Crusade. I found it pretty awesome. I mean, I've already played more than 4 hours, I think, even with the terrible lags on the previous patches. I'm planning to play a lot more, especially when they add PvE, because I'm mostly a PvE guy. I mean, I do enjoy some PvP, but PvE is kind of my thing. Okay, we got some guy coming over here, and nope. Where is he? There he is. Let's try to get on top of him. Where is he? Where did he go? I don't see him. Okay, whatever. So I'm definitely looking forward to the PvE patch. I mean, I'm gonna probably play the hell out of this mode. I mean, it's like Warhammer 40k Space Marine PvE co-op game. That is awesome. I love Space Marine. So if you love Space Marine, you'll probably like this one as well. Let's see what we have here. What happened? How did I die? There's nothing here. No weapon, no nothing. What was it? What killed me? This part is infuriating. But hopefully they'll fix that next patch. I mean, they do roll out patches at least every 2 weeks, sometimes even faster, and hotfixes come out like almost every day after the major patches. But yeah, this is Space Marines. Sorry, not Space... I mean, I am playing Space Marines, but this is Warhammer 40k Eternal Crusade. It is pretty awesome if you're looking for Warhammer-themed massive third-person shooter, I guess. You should definitely have a look at it. You know, if you don't want to buy it now, then maybe bookmark it and wait for sale, because this game would probably be very, very awesome once it comes out. Thank you for watching, and as always, see you in your next update. Bye!